Record on this computer. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to this Zoom call, Branding 101. And the reason for this specific issue, branding, is because branding is the key to any business. Let me repeat that. Branding is the key to setting yourself apart. Now, the reason why this is important is because things have changed. You see, when I first got started in working with a multi-level marketing company, I was 14 years old. And the truth of the matter was, it wasn't who knew you, but it was who you knew back then. So when I was able to go and tell people, hey, I knew the president of the company, then I had recognition, even as a kid, as someone who was knowledgeable and should be listened to. Well, now in 2017, it's the exact opposite. It's not who you know, but who knows you. So the rules have completely changed. So in this Zoom call, what we're going to focus on is six different steps to branding yourself. So it's going to be step one, identifying your overall goals. Step two, how to conduct research, knowing your competition. Step three, determine what your brand is, which is very important. Step four, assess your current state. Step five, create your game plan. And I believe step six, manage your brand. So as always, I take notes. So I encourage you to do the same. So let's get right into this. And as others jump on, that would be no problem. I'm going to change this to, okay. So the biggest issue that I see in the marketplace is when it comes to branding, people lack adequate research and strategizing. And that is a problem because with so many people involved in online marketing, you have to set yourself apart. Now, the only way people will know you is by putting yourself out there and doing things that are uncomfortable. And the truth of the matter is, you will need to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. So, the first thing we want to do is understand the overall goal in branding. And again, that is setting yourself apart above the crowd to attain your goal. So the question needs to be answered. What is your goal? Now, for many people in the online space, it's to make money. Well, how do you make money? You first have to realize that there's only two ways to make money in any program. And even though the programs might say, well, you can make money 8 different ways, it comes down to sponsoring and selling. You have to sponsor and sell the product that you have. And if you are able to do that, then yes, you can reach other bonuses. So you have to ask yourself, why would someone want to join me instead of my competition? So let's get right into this, which is defining your specific goals. So what is your objective? Is your objective to sell, or is your objective to sponsor? Are you looking to promote the product only, or are you looking to promote yourself? So it gets right into first conducting research, which is step number 2. How are those who made it before you conducting their personal brand? What are they posting? What does it look like for them on Facebook? Right? So you need to look, who are your biggest competitors and what are they doing to brand themselves? And if the things that they are doing to brand themselves are, are different from you and they're getting better results, then you need to look at what you're posting, what you're saying, how you carry yourself in the online sphere. Next, you need to look at, again, determine your brand and attributes. And I'm just going to bring this over here. And you want to look and ask yourself, what do you want your personal brand to convey? Now, here is the key. If you have to explain what it is you do, you have already lost it. You lost your audience because they don't understand. And I see this so often. I see people brand themselves as a fun coach, as an adventure coach, or as just some of the craziest things. And that doesn't make any sense. What does a fun coach mean? You see, a fun coach can mean a lot of different things. So you want to ask yourself, are you a wellness coach, a wealth or success coach, an entrepreneur? And again, if you have to explain it, you have already lost your audience. The overall goal in branding is to set yourself above the crowd, and you do this by being clear in who you are. So again, you want to think about, what are your competitors doing? So who first is your competitor? Your competitor might be another person in this occupying the same space that you are, trying to promote the same or similar products. So why would they want to do business with you instead of the other person? So the next thing you want to do, which is step number 4, is assess your current state. How large is the gap between the current you and the person you want others to perceive you to be? So if right now you are looking to be a wellness coach, for example, well, are you living a healthy lifestyle? First of all, are you credible? And if you're not, where do you need to get to become credible? You have to really analyze your current situation. And by analyzing your current situation, you will know what you need to do. Most times people, when they start business, they just get out there and start throwing darts at the wall. Darts without any clear direction. And this is why branding is so important, which comes to step number 5, which is create your game plan. And your game plan should include more than just branding yourself on social media. It needs to include all aspects of you. Are you the product? Are you the brand behind the product? And here's something that you need to understand. People are not buying the product. They're not. They are buying you, what you represent. A person who looks towards you, they're looking at, I want to be like that person. I want the lifestyle that they have. I want the ability to speak like they do. I want the ability to carry myself like they do. And so when you understand that and you brand yourself as that, you will get more people who will want to follow you and be mentored or sponsored by you. So again, you're not selling the product, you're selling yourself. And honestly, people do not care how much you know until they know how much you care. Just to be clear, people do not care how much you know until they know how much you care. So you want, again, defining your plan needs to be tangible. You need to understand the characteristics of what your brand should be. And this includes your behavior, your verbal and nonverbal communication. So what you're posting on social media. So here are some do nots. Stay away from politics. Stay away from religion. And stay away from negative thoughts. People in general will tend to sympathize with negative thoughts. And so your whole line, your whole feed will get with people saying, yeah, that was your problem. Well, this was mine. And they'll keep on adding that negative energy on your profile, on your Twitter, on your LinkedIn, on your Facebook, on your Instagram. So make sure that the things you are posting are not politics, nothing to do with Donald Trump or any politician for that matter. Religion, stay away from, and controversy. Even though in the short term you think it will get you a lot of interaction with people, in the long term it destroys your personal brand. So again, what you want to do is make sure that your brand is consistent with every platform on social media. So if you're on Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you are, you want to make sure that it's congruent, that your profile picture is similar, that the conversations that you have are similar. If you're upbuilding and inspiring on Facebook, then you should be upbuilding and inspiring on Snapchat, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Instagram. Otherwise, you end up adding confusion to your brand. They won't understand, your people won't understand who exactly you are, because you're one person on one platform and a different person on another, and that will destroy your brand. You want to make sure you are congruent, consistent on all social media platforms. Again, this includes how you dress, how you look, how you carry yourself, all aspects of your brand. Now I want to get into how you position yourself on social media. So this really is the nuts and bolts of this Zoom call. So how you position yourself. Most people want to know, what do you do? Right? That's the main question that everybody asks. And most people, or where we fall into a mistake, is that we find ourselves explaining the process, and that is wrong. No one wants to know how sausage is made. They just want to know that sausage tastes good. So when you go and you're explaining the process, you are losing your audience. People, again, don't buy the process, they buy the results. So always focus on the results that you can give to your prospects. I'm going to say this again. The number one mistake that people make, they explain the process of what they do instead of focusing on the results. So let's take this a step further. Let's say you're in the health and wellness business, and a person asks, hey, what do you do? And you say, well, I help people lose weight by selling them a shake that they have to make in the morning. It's green and it's made of kale, and they have to drink it in the morning, and then their midday snack will be 5 almonds. And then in the afternoon, they have to drink the shake, eat an apple, then for their afternoon snack, they have to have drink an 8-ounce glass of water, and so on and so on and so on. You've just lost that person because you're telling them the process. And if someone knew that that's what they had to do, they will walk away. However, if you explain the results, that you're a transformational coach and you help people lose 30 pounds in 30 days, and that person buys into the results that you're going to give them, then, and only then, after they're sold on the results, can you explain the process. This is key. Results sell, the process tells, right? Let me say that again. The process tells, the results sell. All right? So let's get on into the next aspect. And this is, we already talked about the mismatch of branding. So how to manage your brand successfully. The way that you manage your brand is really, again, making sure it is clear and precise who you are, what you are all about, and what you are going to provide for your audience. If it is personal development, if it is making money online, if it is losing weight or anything, make sure it's clear what you are going to provide. And you do this all with what you post and how you post. So I hope this makes sense. Now, what I'm going to try to do, since we have a little bit of time left, I'm going to open it up. I'm going to unmute a few people. So Viv, you're unmuted. Priscilla, you're unmuted. If you guys have any questions that I haven't explained, feel free to ask them now. Put them in the chat, and I'll be more than happy to try to answer them. So, Viv, you got any questions? Okay. I will take that as a no. If you do, at any time, feel free to unmute yourself. Priscilla, do you have any questions? If you can't, hold on, let me see this. Okay, so everyone is muted. So I'm gonna unmute all. Priscilla, if you have any questions and you cannot vocalize them, you can also add them to our chat, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Okay? So, is there any questions that anyone has?